Good morning, afternoon, or evening. I go by the name of Solo. Welcome back to Solo Driven. Now, it's been some time that I've been having some lower and upper control arm issues, a lot of clunking. And it was just the other day that I went into the rear and saw for myself that those bushings are shot. They need to be changed. And they've just actually gotten really bad throughout the course of the last 2 weeks, to the point where when I drive, I feel the back end and the chassis moving. It's really bad. When you have that, that's not gonna allow you to put the power to the ground. So all that energy is then gonna go and transfer into the chassis instead of to the wheels, which literally makes your car slower. So it's very important that all your suspension is on key, because that will rob you away from horsepower. That's why the guys over there at the track always make sure that they have some very strong upper and lower control arms, some sway bars. All that stuff will play a big part in your numbers. So last week I went ahead and ordered the lower and upper control arms from UPR. Now this is probably going to be one of your best options. A lot of people that do drag racing use this company, so that's what I went ahead and did. I got the UPR upper and lower adjustable sway bars, and we're going to be installing that today. Now they haven't came in, but they're supposed to come in today. But either way, we're going to go ahead and remove the old ones while we wait on the new ones to come in. That way, when they do come in, all we got to do is reinstall them. So as you guys can see, I already got the car jacked up, and the reason that is because I went ahead and invested in an electric impact, and I wanted to make sure that this is like the smaller one, was strong enough to take out at least one bolt of the lower control arms. So yeah, I already went ahead and removed one bolt, and it is strong enough. So we're gonna now continue to remove the rest of the lower. Now I've never done this job before. Looks rather simple as far as what to do. Now as far as the job, we won't know until we start doing the work. So yeah guys, it's just a matter of removing the bolts on the lower control arms. I believe you have to take the sway bar off as well too. And then we move to removing the upper control arms, which are 2 bolts up here as well. So yeah, from what it looks like, it's rather simple. We're gonna go ahead and do that and wait for the new ones to come in and reinstall them. So these are the old control arms, and for those that may not know, the reason that these are a lot better than these is because these are hollow in the inside. These are solid, so therefore it's going to provide for you a much stiffer suspension. Like I explained earlier, it's going to hold your chassis straight, allowing you to distribute all that energy that would go into a loose end in the chassis to the rear wheels. Hey, get away, go to the rear wheels where you could lay down that power. So as you can see, these bushings are just shot like complete. And when I was pulling one of the upper control arms, I believe it was this one, it didn't even have one of the bolts in there at all. So that's why I was having a lot of play back there. When I would take off in first gear, I would take off easily, because if not, I would feel the back end kind of just get loose on me. Just normal taking off, but it's deteriorating really bad. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and match these up. That way we can install them. Alright guys, so it's a different day, and it turns out that this job is a lot harder to tackle, especially since I've never installed adjustable rear, upper and lower control arm. But that's okay, because I got a buddy of mine who's going to come and help me out today. That way we can get them installed and get this car back on the road today. Alright guys, now that everything is installed, let's go take it out on the road, make sure that everything is fast and tight, there's no odd noises, and see how different it feels. Alright, a little cold start action. My GoPro battery was not charged, unfortunately, but to sum it all up, it feels so planted. It feels really good. When I hit the bumps, nice and solid, stiffened up the suspension without a doubt. And I'm gonna try and show you a comparison of how straight it takes off in comparison to how it was before, when the chassis would kind of move. So we'll put that in right now. And as you can see, huge difference in the way it flexes. It is completely solid now. So yeah, I mean, less flex, more power to the ground. But you know what? Let's go home. I'm gonna charge the GoPro camera, and I think my dad is there. Let's take him for a ride and see what he thinks about the COBRA and the new adjustable control arms.
push me back there.
Yeah, it's a bumpy road, that's why.
That's what it is. Yo lo oye como que pita, cabrón. Like that shit. You're gonna kill me, bro.
Well, it's a good thing that we got that out the way because it started raining and I already pulled the car inside. But so real quick, what I mentioned in last videos about what I did inside the engine bay, and one of the things that I did was I did the EGR delete, and as you can see, we no longer have the EGR. Now another thing that I did was I replaced this accelerator cable, and let me tell you guys, this thing made a huge difference in how the car feels. Like it really makes it feel like it's getting true wide open throttle. I didn't have to add any zip ties or anything to the gas pedal. That's kind of like a hack that a lot of people do. Screw all that. Go to LMR, buy yourself a new accelerator cable. At least for the Cobra, they were 100 times worth it and better. I had to do nothing to it, and the pedal has little to no play. Like I said, I didn't have to do any type of hack. Straight up buy it. I think it was like 40 bucks or something like that. Install it and you're golden. Now I'm pretty sure no one else can tell what else I did to the engine bay, especially since I'm in the garage right now, but that's fine. I installed a bigger throttle body and the plenum. And as you can see right here, it is black. I went ahead and powder coated it, and that is the reason why I'm having a bit of a high idle. Sometimes it sounds like I'm even cammed. So I need to go get that tuned. I was told by the tuner to just go ahead and slap it on and see if it does anything. Because I guess sometimes when you slap a bigger throttle body on there, they really have no issues. But of course, like I figured I would, and I do have a slight high idle at times. I kind of regret not doing a video on it, but it was a very simple install. I'm pretty sure many Cobra Mustang guys have done this mod and are way ahead of me. So, and at that time, I really didn't feel like doing a whole video and recording the process. I just wanted to slap it on there, see what it does, and I ended up just leaving it on there. Alright guys, so now I think that I can officially rock the UPR shirt. And to be honest, like, I'm not even trying to promote this by any means necessary, but this is a very comfortable shirt. Alright guys, but that's gonna conclude today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss any more content like this. Smash that like button and stay tuned to the next video where we take this car to the track.